Hello, my name is Jeremy. I am a paramedic and current nursing student, and welcome to The Real Truth. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos, and let's go ahead and get started. In this video, I'm going to talk about a few important tips to know about if you're going to be a paramedic in a rescue zone. So for me, my background is I've been mainly working paramedic security for about like 5 years and stuff, and like at that point and stuff, like you get pretty seasoned. But when you transition from that to a rescue zone, it's kind of different, because during that aspect of working in that category as a medic, it's pretty much a one-man show, and then you have like your security officers, and you just guide them on the way. So about like a shift or two ago, I did the rescue zone with a new area, new crew, that type of whatnot, and I was transitioning from one aspect to another. So it's pretty much like it. When you do it from an EMS perspective, you kind of learn. They kind of like throw you in there, and then you learn, and you go from there. Nothing wrong with that. But the most important aspect of that is learning teamwork. So that's the first tip right there. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is check out the truck, establish whatever role that you're going to go in, because sometimes you either go with a 2-man crew, 3-man crew, or sometimes it'll be like a A/B truck where like additional resources will show up just in case something's going on, depending on the call. Okay, so teamwork is number one. Number two is a tidbit along with the teamwork. You have to establish a role. You have to establish a role while you're there. So the reason why I say this is because if you're an emergency call, and let's just say that there's 2 medics or EMT, or everybody's a medic, there's going to be either one or two things happening. You're going to have multiple people trying to take charge, and we're not sure what the hell's going on, or someone's taking too much charge and you don't know where to jump in. So you avoid that by basically already having everybody knowing their role and go from there. If someone, and then of course you have to assess the situation and see who's taking charge and who's not. I say this because like it was a little bit like when you go from working alone and working as a team, it's an adjustment, like, and there's hiccups and stuff, whatever. It's different, but it's definitely doable. But like overall, the shift went well. I think the biggest transitioning for me during that time span was working with a regular radio and working with the county radio. So I'm going to go with this aspect. So if you're transitioning from working as a standalone medic or ambulance medic, and then you go into a rescue zone, it's probably best to get familiar with the radio system. They kind of like threw me in, but it is what it is. Like, hey, at the end of the day, you got to pick it up, you got to learn it, and then go from there. I picked it up, learned it, fine, it was good. But it's an adjustment. You have to adjust with it. It is, because at that point you're the guy. Like, at the end of the day, nobody wants to hear about any excuses. They want to see results, and that's just the reality of it. It's the reality of the field that you're in. So the third tip, what I was basically saying before, I guess, is learning the radio, learning how to communicate with it, and pretty much going from there. And then it goes without saying, the last one is knowing your protocols. And when I say knowing your protocols, knowing what you can do and what you can't really do. and just going away from there, man. It's all about the training and stuff. Nobody's going to be perfect with it, but you got to make sure that you're practicing the safe guideline to make sure that the patient that you offer the resources or communicate to the hospital that you're transporting the patient to make sure that if they need additional resources, there's no delay. So that's it. Just those 3 tips right there, a few that can really help you out if you're transitioning, going from out in the road or into facility into the rescue zone or fire department. It pretty much applies everywhere across the board. So, what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about transitioning if you're a medic or you're a medic student and stuff? What are your thoughts about the importance of this? Like, comment, and subscribe, and more content on the way.